In today's video, Aghamdallah presents Featured Scientist featuring our very own Sir Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1727. Sir Isaac Newton is regarded as the most original and most influential theorist in the history of science. His passion was to unite knowledge and belief, to reconcile the book of nature with the book of scripture. He said that, as a blind man has no idea of colors, so have we no idea of the manner by which the all-wise God perceives and understands all things. Sir Isaac Newton's early life. He was born on December 25, 1642, at the Woolsthorpe, England. He was born prematurely, 3 months after the death of his brother. He was raised by his grandparents. He came from a family of farmers. Newton was known as a mathematician, astronomer, physicist, and natural philosopher. Sir Isaac Newton's education. From the age 12 to 17, Newton studied at the King's School, Grantham. He went to Cambridge University to study law. But in 1665, a plague pandemic closes the school and forced Newton to return home. Sir Isaac Newton's significant contributions. Newton was unwillingly forced to flee home, but what he did there revolutionized science. He started to think of gravity. He formulated the law of gravity. The law of gravity of Newton states that every object in the universe attracts every other object, and there will always be a gravitational pull between them, like the apple and the earth. The bigger the mass of the two objects, the stronger the gravitational pull. By 1666, Newton had his early versions of his three laws of motion. This is the site of Newton's discovery. This picture shows the place where Newton is meant to have witnessed a green apple falling from the tree outside his family home and first thought of his system of gravity. You can still visit this place today, as the house and grounds are now looked after by the National Trust. Sir Isaac Newton also had significant contributions in calculus. Newton started developing calculus in 1666, but never got to publish in that time. He got in dispute with Gottfried Leibniz about who invented calculus. Newton and Leibniz shared the credit of developing the integral calculus. Newton demonstrated the binomial theorem, his method of approximating the roots constant. Sir Isaac Newton also had significant contributions in the field of optics. From 1670 to 1672, Newton lectured in optics. He investigated the refraction of light. Newton's theory of light. It is thought that Newton brought a prism at Stourbridge Fair, which he used to discover how white light disperses into many colors. He invented the Newtonian telescope. This picture shows a replica of Newtonian telescope and can be found in the Whipple Museum in Cambridge. Newton's telescope was 10 times smaller than the telescope of the time and was much more accurate. Newton published his works in two books, Optics and Principia, wherein Principia regarded as the greatest scientific book ever written. Here are some of the notable quotes of Sir Isaac Newton. By the early 1700s, he was the dominant figure in British and European science, and in 1705, He was knighted, the first scientist to be so honored for his work. Newton died on March 20, 1727 at the age of 84 and was buried in the Westminster Abbey, the first scientist to be accorded this honor. He has been regarded for almost 300 years as the founding exemplar of modern physical science.